Yo, se enciende la luz, es hora de pasarla chido. Estos psycho en el micro, sean todos bienvenidos. De grandes a chicos, aquí tienen su lugar. Aquí a la entrevista, representar el paso. Esta es mi ciudad, parece una locura. Estamos sin censura. Yo, hola raza, welcome back to another episode of Psycho Uncensored. I want to start off by thanking my official sponsor, Rio Seco Ag and Supply. We got a very cool guest today. I met Solano Grip maybe about a year and a half ago. Más o menos, ¿qué no, Solano?
Simón.
Y between COVID y que no podía, I mean, he's been on hold y gracias a Dios, we have him here in studio. So let's give a warm welcome to Solano Grip.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. It's an honor being here, brother, man.
¿Qué dice, carnal?
Pues aquí estamos dándole, carnal.
Better, tarde pero sin sueño, como dicen, ¿verdad?
Eso sí, carnal. Simón.
Ya tenías, when did we start talking? About a year and a half, no?
Yeah.
Más o menos.
Yeah, when I first started about 2021, when I first released my first material is when we started talking.
Talking, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Órale. Shout out to Jason también, que fue el que también que dijo, hey, you should get him on. Y we've been talking, man.
Simón, yeah.
Simón.
Yeah, man.
So
Big
shout out to Jason.
Yeah,
Pues vamos a comenzar, Solano.
Simón, carnal.
¿Quién es Solano Grip? ¿Cómo nace Solano Grip?
Solano Grip, carnal. Pues I'm originally from Chicago, pero aquí, pues, I grew up here in El Chuco, so this is where my heart is at.
How long have you been here in El Paso?
Man, I got here when I was about 11 years old.
Órale.
11 years old, yeah. All my familia's down here. They decided to come down, pero primero viví en Juárez.
Órale.
For about almost 2 years. And then we transitioned our way over here to Chuco when my parents got their papers and so
Órale.
So nos venimos para acá.
¿Tienes familia todavía en Chicago?
No, ya no. Ya están todos acá en el Chuco, ya están todos.
Órale. Y so where does the name Solano Grip come from? Man?
Solano Grip. Pues Solano, aquí en el Chuco, when you grow up in the hood, yo me crecí en el Lower Valley, creciendo en el barrio. If you're not from nowhere, te preguntan de dónde eres, pues les dices, pues yo soy Solano. I'm solo, I read solo. And GRIP is an acronym. It stands for Guerrero, Respeto, Integrity, and Power.
Órale.
Yeah, so I came up with that to be a little bit different from the rest, ¿me entiendes? Porque everybody got almost the same name, little this or young that, and pues I wanted to keep it unique.
Yo cuando oí grip era como like a grip on the person, like
Simón.
Algo así.
Yeah.
Órale, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
that's definitely very unique. I mean,
yeah,
I would have never thought about.
Simón. Yeah, most people are surprised by that, but like I said, I wanted it to be different. I want to come out with something unique, something that is not the same, and something that will represent, the raza también at the same time.
Órale.
Mm-hmm.
Y so how long have you been, ¿cuándo comenzaste en la carrera esta?
Pues officially I started in 2021 when I first released my first song called Chicano Nation.
Okay.
Shout out to Oshi Dog Brewery. They allowed me to shoot my video there. And from there, I just started releasing more music out there. My first project was called Me Versus Myself 222 porque I wanted to prove to myself that I could do this. Cuando empecé, a lot of artists, a lot of people out here didn't understand what I was doing. And, they pretty much laughed at me, said that I wasn't going to make it. Pero, slowly but surely, we made our way up.
It's a very difficult career, ¿verdad? Esto de la música. You gotta, it comes with a whole lot of obstacles, that que a lo mejor no sabe la gente, that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think the game was designed for us Chicano artists to fail. You see more of the black community, the güeros that are really out there making feria. Pero Chicano, Mexicano artists is not the same as them. They get radio play and so forth. Pero it's been an uphill battle for us Chicanos, but our presence is being known now. I feel like this is the moment. Like, yo, we got to take off, because there's a lot of momentum going, especially with the regional
Mexicano.
Yeah, Peso Pluma, Fuerza Regida. All of them are conquering. You know, they're conquering the game.
That Peso Pluma, I think, broke records. Like
absolutely.
worldwide, man.
Yeah, it's crazy that he reached the level that most all of us that are out here as artists want to reach, and it's commendable.
Definitely. A question I have to ask, and I hope it doesn't offend you.
Yeah.
¿Por qué la máscara? Why the mask, man?
The mask, man. I really wanted to come out different, ¿me entiendes? I didn't want it to be about what I look like, ¿me entiendes? About my skin color. I wanted to just be different from everybody else. I wanted to separate myself from everybody in El Paso, because there's a lot of competition out here. Son un chingo. And I wanted to be different from them. So that's why a lot of my music, it talks about different genres. Different topics. But I wanted to really stick out.
Yeah.
Who's
the guy in the mask?
Exactly. And it's been working for me, ¿me entiendes? And I take it too from the like luchadores too, que andan usando su máscara. And I really wanted to bring that feel, like Mexican feel, ¿me entiendes? So yeah, that's why I rock the mask.
Órale.
Yeah.
I would have never thought that either, man. It's good, man.
Yeah.
That cita unique, the name's unique, the mask.
Yeah.
It definitely catches, people's eye.
Yeah, it does. It brings a mystery to who's this vato?
Ándale, let me know, a ver qué está pasando ahí.
¿Qué está pasando aquí con este vato, So that I decided, I want to do something different. I want to separate myself from everybody else in El Paso. My goal is to be number one, the top. So I've been at it.
I hear you, man. Yo también.
Hell yeah,
I want to be number one. You were telling us a little bit, behind cameras about the struggles, man.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what you've been going through.
Man, it's been hard, especially financially in El Paso. It's been super hard. I know everybody's hurting, pero in 2020, cuando COVID pegó, I got laid off, and so it was a domino effect. It started with the bills, and then the renta, and then this and that, and they just started stacking up. And it's been hard. 2021 came through, and the mandate or the restrictions lifted.
Simon.
So I decided, ¿sabes qué? This is the time that I need to come out, and I gotta pursue it now. And so I ran with it, Pero it's been a battle, Not too long ago I was homeless.
Cabrón.
Yeah, man. And I'll put it like this: last year I opened up for Scarface, the legend Scarface and Twista, when they came to El Paso.
Órale.
I was chosen to open up for the vato when he came down here. But I was already homeless in the streets at that time. Yeah, so I was roaming from park to park, literally, porque I couldn't find a place to stay. But luckily, I had my Ranfla, and so I was staying in my park, and I was staying in my car. But most of the time, I was at Lincoln Park, is donde andaba. Yeah, I was under the bridge, porque el sol.
Yeah.
The bridge is right there and shit. So I spend a lot of time out there. I spend a lot of time in Lincoln Park, but I was roaming from park to park porque ya me traía la shota.
Simón.
Ya me traían. So I had an incident too. Some fuckers tried to rob me and shit, and I had to discharge my weapon on them. I didn't have a choice, and so they already knew who I was.
Mm-hmm.
They already knew that I was out here in the streets, pero ya me traían, bro. And
is it illegal o algo? Porque you're sleeping in your car o algo?
No, not necessarily.
O no, nomás te dan carrilla los güeyes.
Simón. Yeah, porque you can camp.
Okay.
You can camp, pero they just hacer de pedo. They want to see what you're doing, if you're being a drug addict or what, if you're really legit homeless. And I had an incident that I had put my title for for a loan, ¿me entiendes? Just so I could get some.
Yeah,
something
get by,
to
yeah.
eat, you know, and so the car was up for repo. Pero yo andaba, I was going back and forth. And se me fue, bro. And so one night, it was about 3 or 4 in the morning, and the repo man showed up. Damn. I was in my car. I was already asleep. And I didn't know the car was already lifted. The dog, I had my pit bull at that in my car. And so my dog woke me up, and I look out, and the fucking car's already up in the fucking tow truck, bro. And so salgo a madre, bro. Agresivo de a madre. Hey, get my fucking shit off.
Yeah. It's my house, you know.
It's my house, bro.
You know, it's not just my car. This is where I'm at.
I'm like, yo, this is all I have, bro. Like, you gotta let me go, por favor, bro. Por favor, look, I got all my shit. And yeah, so he told me, ¿sabes qué? Look, bro, stay in the car. The cop's gonna come. You got a little aggressive, but the cop's gonna show up. Stay in the car. I'm gonna talk to him. If you don't get out, they're gonna tell me, let your ass go. And sure enough, the cop showed up and shit. And he's like, you know, you gotta get out and shit like that. And I told him, bro, this is all I got. Yeah. So he's like, ¿sabes qué? Look, I'm gonna let you work things out with the fucking loan company. But next time this shit happens, this car is ours. And so, pues yeah, they let me go, and I was so thankful with that dude, man. Le dije, gracias, ¿me entiendes? And I did my arrangements with the repo man, but it was just a struggle that I was facing. It seemed like every week it was something else. It was hard for me to eat. I didn't have no money, and I was just making a little bit of feria off of my music, off of what Facebook would send me. And so it was a fucking struggle, bro. But
y hasta parece que no, pero when that shit happens, it's like a dominoes effect. You know, one after the other,
after the other, bro. And I was already to the point where I wanted to give up. I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm stuck out here. I don't know what else to fucking do. Pero, you know, I kept being consistent with my music. I was still recording. I was able to record in my car and shit. I was putting out my music y todo. So nobody even had a clue, right? Except a couple. There's a couple in the Lowrider community. Shout out to them because they knew. They helped me out. But there was only a few that knew, and I didn't want to give that feel to my competition, ¿me entiendes? Que andaba en la calle. So I kept it under wraps, and I said, fuck it, you know, I'm going to do what I got to do. Yeah. And yeah, surely but slowly, I got myself a jale. You know what I mean? I got myself an apartment now, and it was, you know, I've been off the streets since February. Órale. Yeah, pero duré casi un año. Almost, yeah, roughly about 9 months in the streets.
Damn.
Yeah, man. So it was fucking difficult as fuck, man. Even to take a shower, to eat, todo, carnal, ¿me entiendes? And
I don't want to even think about the obstacles, you know,
it was so
people
difficult.
go through. Cabrón.
And you really see the ugly in people, you know? You start seeing how fucked up people are, bro. Because they didn't see me as an artist. They saw me as a homeless man.
Homeless.
Yeah, y no me daban el respeto, or they would just be fucked up towards me and shit like that. But, you know, slowly but surely, I got myself out the fucking hole, man. And here I am today and shit, still going at it, ¿me entiendes?
Órale.
But yeah, sí era una batalla para mí.
A lot of people think, and I've always said it, they think there's the music industry is all, you know, fun and y todo, pero man, ta cabrón, you know, a lot of people don't realize how hard, you know, or how much commitment you have to make. Porque imagine if you would have given up, you know, like, fuck it, you know, ya estuvo, you know, you keep at it.
I kept at it, carnal. I kept at it. I didn't want to give up. I said, fuck, I get this far. There's no way I'm going to stop now. So I was just consistent with it. And, you know, I'm very fortunate to be out here, you know, and not be in the streets anymore porque it was fucking difficult.
How many songs do you have out on
Right now, I'm looking at about 20 plus songs.
Órale.
Yeah. You know, right now, when my first material that came out, my first project was called Me Versus Myself 222. You know, like I said, I wanted to prove to myself that I could do this shit. And I put out 13 songs the first time. And now, was this time now that I got my new project coming out, it's called I'm All In, 1111. I always use numbers, consecutive numbers. I see them all the time. You know,
1111.
Yeah, 1111, 222, 333, 444. I see it all the time, and I did a little bit of research about that shit, and it's called angel numbers. Those are signs that are given to you, and each those numbers, they represent something different, and so 1111 represents the future. So that's why I put I'm all in 1111, you know, to put my new material.
So, a mí me pasa that I get the 666 very often.
Do you?
Like I buy shit at the store, and what's the total? 666.
Yeah.
Or even gas, you know, que hace pop la pump.
Yeah.
Like somehow or some way, 666. Ah, cabrón. I don't want to even do research on it porque digo, to me, it's like, fuck it. It's just going to be numbers. I'm not even going to get into that fucking, you know, game because of numbers, you know, because of those numbers. Fueran otros números, pues, órale, pero...
You know, and actually, like, those numbers, they actually represent something else. The 666 and angel numbers, they represent something else. Órale. They don't represent, like, demonic forces or anything like that. It's I can't remember what it is exactly. But I know they represent different numbers because I've seen those numbers before too, the 666.
If anybody knows, leave it in the comments.
Simón, post it down in the comments.
Post it in the comments, a ver qué rollo, a ver qué dice la gente. Simón. How hard is it for you to, you know, hacer un song?
Not very hard. What I think for me is, what starts it for me is the beat.
Órale.
Empiezo con el beat. El beat me dice what to write. Like I always said, music tells me what to say. So the first thing that I do is I listen to the beat, but I work on the hook first.
Do you make beats también or?
No, I know how to make beats, but it's time consuming,
Simón.
And I just don't have the time for it. And I'm more into writing. I'm a lyricist, ¿me entiendes? And I just don't have the time to make beats, man. So I'm always constantly, you know, if you know anybody out there, man, hit me up. I'm looking for an up and coming beat maker to write with me. I have a lot of opportunities coming up. So if anybody wants to work with me, hit me up. Hit me up on a DM and shit.
Well, what's your social media now that you bring that out? Where can they reach you?
They could reach me on Facebook. On Facebook, it's Solano Grip. Just that way. IG is the same thing, Solano Grip. YouTube, Solano Grip. So I made it easy.
Yeah, we'll make sure and put all your social media también on the description, so it could be easier for people to find you.
Yeah.
Shout out también to Limo, ahorita que estás hablando de beats. Man, he got into the beat business, I guess, o algo, and he's on YouTube también, ahí sube sus beats. Pero I see all the fucking hard work he does, you know, creating the beats, man. He's all into it. Bueno, at least, you know, that's what I think.
From what you see.
From what I see, Simón, pero uno piensa que nomás es, you know, pa' churrar botones. Fuck no, man. he looks like he spends a big time of his day, you know, creating those beats. So shout out to Limo.
For sure, yeah. Beat making is a process because you got to make the sounds sound right together. You can't just put any fucking sound. Here's a beat.
Simón.
You got to have it synced up and sounding right for it to be able to be a good song, ¿me entiendes? Pero like me, I don't have an issue. I could write a song, and it all depends on the beat también. Porque I have some beats that are just hard that I can't decipher them. That's how I say I have to decipher the beat. There's beats that take me longer to write the song, and there's some that the ones that are hitting are the ones that I write faster for some reason. Yeah, I could write it within a day. I could record it and do a whole song in a couple hours.
But you actually have to listen to the beat, right? It's not like you like I've had some guests that play regional mexicano, and well, I've seen videos too, and where they say the artist says, "Oh, you wouldn't even imagine that I wrote this song taking a shit." You know, like that's where I get more inspired.
Right?
And I've asked my guests, and they say, "Well, you know what? It is true, man.
Yeah.
you know, I came up with this beat. Well, not this beat, but the chorus or whatever.
Right.
You know, being in the restroom.
Yeah, that's
so that
crazy.
to me is like, cabrón, órale.
Yeah, you gotta find your comfort spot. So if your comfort spot's in the shitter,
hey, by all means, huh?
By all means, as long as it's a good fucking beat.
Simón.
But you know, it's a process. It really is, because it's really time. People don't understand how time consuming it is.
Simón.
To write a song, to hear a beat, to actually make something like hearable. You know, it's a long process.
Who does your music videos?
I have different people. So I've had Jose Perez.
Oh, that's the last one you did, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Te hubieras traído las manos.
I know. Yeah. Oh, was Soco Loco Cycles.
Órale.
Yeah.
You should have brought the models here. No te creas. Ahorita se enoja acá la doña. No te creas, Ani.
Yeah, brother. Pues yeah, I had done a video with Jose Perez. Photography I've done with Porvenir Pictures, which is another up and coming videographer.
Órale.
And some of them I've done myself.
Órale.
You know, when I can't afford it, and I just do it myself. You know, I can't.
Does it get pretty expensive to?
Nah, not really.
No.
Nah, not really, because I try to use El Paso area a lot. I try to use the back scenes. I like to showcase El Paso.
Simón.
You know?
Oh, you know what? Shout out to Joe Perez before I forget.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
I saw a podcast he did with it's a local podcaster también.
Con el Duke Gaming, no?
Ándale, Simón. Yeah, and he gave out a lot of good information over the photography scene y todo eso. I really enjoyed their podcast that they had going on. So shout out to both of them.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jose Perez. He was super professional. This vato knows what he's doing. He really knows what he's doing. And I was fortunate enough to work with him, you know, and I'm very, very thankful for him.
How long did that video take to record?
Man, we shot that shit in like 3 days.
De veras?
3 days. Yeah.
We did we did a little, I don't know if you've seen it. Oh, well, it's not on my channel, but I've shared it on my social media. We did a little music session for one of the local artists también aquí en el studio.
Simón.
And it came out pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you right now.
Nice.
Yes, but that's something I would maybe in the future would like to offer, you know, the local talent, you know, to record little music sessions here in the studio.
Yeah, that would be dope, because you know, we need more attention right now. El Paso's gotten a lot of attention, from the August 3rd shooting to Khalid being one of the biggest artists coming out. I mean, it's just endless. There's a lot of stuff.
El de los Green Bay Packers también, ¿no? ¿Cómo se llama?
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, man. So, you know, a lot of attention is coming to El Paso because there's a lot of talent. A lot. Not just from the hip hop scene, like the rap game, but we're talking about like, you know, rock bands. There's rock bands, and then you got R&B singers. So there's a mix of a lot of stuff going on.
I just feel that El Paso lacks in supporting their local talent, man. I mean, it's sad to say, pero I feel that artists don't get the time of day, man, with you know, I'm not saying all of them, you know, pero like a lot of people don't support, man.
Yeah, and I faced that issue, and I still face it still to this day. I don't get as much support that I would like from El Paso, especially, you know, me representing Raza and shit, you know, and I touched on a lot of topics that a lot of artists don't want to talk about, but I feel like they should give us more, they should embrace us more in helping us out, porque they're supporting other people from different cities and states, but what about El Paso?
What about El Paso?
You know, you got to support us too, because not only are we representing our city, like me, I represent my city, my raza, but it's time consuming. A lot of this, you know, a lot of my material that it takes a long time.
Oh yeah,
you know, it's just not just like, oh, I'm gonna go in there and come out.
Andale, Simon. It's not as easy as it seems, you know.
Definitely.
And that's one of the reasons I started this project. You know, one of many. Just try to, you know, I tell artists, you know what, I don't have a shitload of viewers,
right?
But I'm doing it out of my heart.
Yeah, man.
And all it takes is that just one person, man.
Exactly.
One set of eyes that says, cabrón, guasha, órale. Let me get a contact. Let me get a hold of this dude.
Exactly. It just takes one person because I've noticed I gained that. It takes one person. Like when I was gonna go out to Dallas and stuff, it only took one person, and they saw me here. And
What happened over there, man? Se canceló
Yeah, pues so the DFW Chicano Festival was a big event. It was gonna be a big car show. They had big names coming out. But the city of Dallas and the promoters are having some type of legal dispute, and so they canceled it. Pretty much, they postponed it. They said postponed it, but they canceled. They really can't. They shut down the show. So what the promoters did is they took the festival outside of Dallas. They took it to Fort Worth, so they don't have to deal with Dallas politics.
Politics,
yeah. So we're gonna go out to Fort Worth. They're still working on the date, so I don't know when it's gonna be, but I'm definitely gonna be.
You were at Ascarate, no?
Yeah.
This last, what is it called? What was that show? It was a lowrider.
No, I didn't get to go to that one. I didn't get to do that show. Is it the one?
It's not too long ago. No,
Yeah.
¿No estabas ahí?
No, I wasn't there. I wasn't present for that one.
Órale.
Yeah, but I did the one the year before, the first annual.
Or maybe it was the first annual.
Yeah, I was in que era higher level cartel. Shout out to Frank Estrada.
Ándale, ese vato Simón. Yeah. I thought okay. It was I guess it was the prior.
Yeah, it was the year before, but they brought it this year. They just brought a different lineup. But I didn't get to do that show, which is all right. I'm not really worried right now about shows. I really want to focus more on putting out my material, my new project, which is already coming out. I got several videos already coming out. It's called I'm All In 1111,
and that's the album.
Yeah, that's the album.
Órale.
So I'm gonna do another 13 songs on it, and then but what a lot of artists do is they wait the whole entire year. They record it. They're sitting on songs for months, and then they give them a date. Well, I'll do it on December 25th. So they wait the entire year and then release the whole thing. Nah, not me. What I do is every time I'm done with a song, I make the video and then I release it. So I stay consistent. That's why you see video after video. Sometimes I'm like, shit, I need to wait another 2 weeks and then release it.
They say consistency is key, man.
It is, man. Consistency is key. That's how I was able to make a name for myself, being consistent. Without that consistency, you're just gonna get left behind, and that's what separated me from everybody else. That I just have a little bit of time in the music game, but I've really done a lot of good stuff and put my name out there, and I'm very fortunate, man. I'm very fortunate.
So when's the next one coming out?
My next track?
Simon.
I want to release another song by next week. It's called Switched Up. I'm working on the video right now. I'm actually gonna finish shooting the last parts and then start editing it. Yeah. And so I'm gonna start editing that video, and then I'm gonna release it next week.
Órale.
Yeah. So like one of my OG homeboys is Conejo. I don't know if you know Conejo is from the movie Tax Collector. He was with George Lopez. He's a LA legend.
Okay, acá me están haciendo shakes, so she knows him.
And so
I'm not too good with names, man.
and Conejo's he's been one of my OGs. He's been a mentor también. And he told me flood the sound waves. So every time you have something, put it out. Keep pushing more out. That's why you they know who you are. You keep your material up to date. So that's what I've been doing, and it's been working for me. So
well, shout out to Conejo.
Yeah, shout out to the OG Conejo, man. So, well, actually, I've been talking to him because he has a show coming up in LA. He does one every year called The Night Before Christmas. And this is his fourth year. And I was just talking to him not too long ago, and I think I'm going to be going to LA. So I'm going to be opening up for the big OG. So
damn.
Yeah, man. So I'm hoping that it gets locked in. And they sent my ass over there, so.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man.
Ahí nos tiras un shout out.
Hell yeah, you already know, man. I love LA, man. I love LA. I went out there in 2020 for the Chicano Moratorium. And it was a fucking experience, man.
On the trucker side, I hate fucking California.
Yeah.
The traffic, cops.
Simon. Yeah.
It's a bitch.
It is, yeah.
I don't mind going to Disneyland or one of them places on my car, pero for work, I don't know.
No, but just for play and shit.
For pleasure.
Simon.
Más bien, Simón.
Yeah, man.
Pues anything else you might want to add to the...
Pues, I don't know, man. Like right now, pues I just got, I got my new video. I mean, my project coming out. So be expecting more of that. I'm going to be releasing like crazy. I got a lot of songs already ready. They're just waiting for the videos to come up. So, I'm waiting for that, man. So it's going to be dope.
Do you freestyle?
Yeah, I do a little bit of freestyling. I'm more of a lyricist.
It's very different now.
Yeah. Because post freestyle, you're just making shit up, rhymes up the top of your head and hoping they rhyme and shit.
Rhyme.
You know what I mean? But lyricist is just more of like you
take your time para que todo, for it to make sense,
Exactly. Yeah, porque you hear some freestyles and they're talking about one thing and then like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The green frog, what the fuck? Chingados es eso.
Simón. But yeah, I do a little bit of freestyle. I started freestyling in the hood with my homeboys when I was younger. This is not something that I just overnight thought. I knew that I was gonna do this since I was a little kid. When I was in elementary, I was doing the talent shows and I was rhyming on stage.
Really?
So I've been doing this since I was young, but I didn't take it serious until now.
How about the support, man? Like from the house? I mean, would your parents or people in your house like, órale, mijo, dale, or no tenías mucho support de ese lado?
I really didn't have that much support, ¿me entiendes? Porque, I'm adopted, carnal, and my foster parents weren't really too supportive. And it was hard because of their religion.
Oh, okay.
And, I'm not too into it, religious, ¿me entiendes? Pero they felt like rap was like the devil or something, so I always had to keep it on the down low, ¿me entiendes? I always had to do that shit.
Y hablando de eso, de religion, real quick, yo no sabía que había like Christian rappers y todo eso. Like we had our one of our guests también, Joe Loya, shout out to Joe Loya. He had an event también y he's the one, cabrón, like, I didn't know que tenían así, like.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the John was hitting like almost with everybody, Christian rappers at all, right, bro.
Damn.
So I trip out on that. Pero, because Christian rap is not really my thing, man.
Yeah.
No, shout out to them for doing their thing. And
No, yo también, I mean, I don't listen to it, pero mis respetos,
Yeah.
I mean.
They're putting a good word out, so that's to be, commended.
Simón.
Pero yeah. It's been a uphill road, pero I'm still at it, and I'm not gonna stop until I become number one. I'm not gonna
Coming
stop.
soon.
That's right, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm an emerging artist. I've been out here for a little bit, but I'm doing a lot of shit, and I'm very fortunate, to be able to have platforms and like platforms like yourself that help me out, that so I could be able to promote myself.
Well, Solano Grip, I hope the one set of eyes that needs to be seeing this is watching this.
Yeah.
And I hope you get a phone call or, algo bonito tiene que salir de esto.
Speaking of that, man, like 2 weeks ago, I had a meeting in the Norte Hotel with an A&R from LA, from a major label that came and saw me. They've been scouting me out since I first started. Pero with the DFW, the Chicano Festival, it really brought a lot of attention towards me because they were like, who's this dude? And why is he headlining with Kid Frost? ¿Me entienden? And so they started seeing the talent that I have, and they reached out to me and they said, we want to have a meeting with you. And we had our meeting, ¿me entiendes? But, I'm still kind of like, I don't know where I'm going to go in what direction, porque at the same time, I could have been signed with somebody else. I could have been signed with
ya has tenido offers y todo.
Yeah.
Damn.
I've had 2 offers already. 2 of them.
Oh, shit.
And I could have been signed already, but I hear a lot of artists, especially my homeboy, my big OG and shit, Conejo, told me, why be under a label when you can go solo like you're doing right now, and then you're gonna reap the benefits, the profit. It comes to you.
Solano grip.
Exactly. And I've been contemplating on that, but I'm not desperate to sign, ¿me entiendes? Pero there's gonna come to a point where I'm like,
you need that.
Yeah, I need that shit porque solo no lo puedo hacer. I've been doing this shit by myself, bro. Pero it's hard.
Well, just imagine how far you've gotten by yourself.
Right.
How much farther can you get
with a
team?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's chingón eso, kind of.
Yeah, and that's what I told him, you know, I could do this shit all day by myself, ¿me entiendes? But I need a team behind me. And I'm contemplating, because I'm going to have another meeting with them, ¿me entiendes? But I've been contemplating, like, what should I do? Should I sign the contract? But I want to make sure that I'm good and I don't get fucked over in the long run. So I'm still doing my research and shit, you know, trying to get a lawyer right now. That's my main goal. I'm trying to get a lawyer so I don't sign no fucked up contract, ¿me entiendes? And they don't pay me my royalties later on, porque it's happened.
And I guess specialty con como mentors, como dices, como Conejo, you know that ya está arriba él y te puede dar consejos, you know, he can give you the advice that.
Yeah, man.
That's chingón, kinda.
Yeah, I've been, you know, chopping it up with him, but he got so much shit going on, movies and this and that, and he's touring too, and it's difficult to really get him in one spot and pick his brain, ¿me entiendes? So every conversation that I have with him, I try to gain as much knowledge as I can.
And that's cool of him to take the time, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
somebody
as big as that, you know, como dices tú, he's busy here, busy there, y que te dé tiempo, you know? Yeah. I think that's badass, man.
It is, man. It is. And I was in when we went to LA, I was in his video, 1991 video with legendary MC8. I'm in the video. So, you know, I have the contacts there, but I don't want to be that one dude and pulling out names and all this shit, ¿me entiendes? So I try to do as much as I can by myself, and then so I could say, yo, you know what?
I did it. Yeah.
It's more gratifying to me, ¿me entiendes? Than to have, like, was this dude made me or somebody else. Like, nah. Like me, I can record anytime in my house. I could do anything that I want at my crib. I don't have to wait on anybody. And a lot of artists, and listen to this, a lot of up and coming artists, I know a lot of you are struggling to get studio time because you're waiting on the producer, or he don't have time, or let's do it next week. Those are the type of producers that hold you back. If you really want to do this, push it yourself. Find another way, find another producer, find another way to get your shit out, even if you have to do it yourself. Because all my shit that I did, all my first videos, I did them all myself. And it's because I told myself, if I don't put something out, they're not going to know who the fuck I am. Even if the quality of the videos are not the greatest, but at least...
But you're getting yourself heard.
Exactly. I'm getting myself heard. And that's what really helped me out, is that I did not stop. I put it out. I said, fuck it. I'm going to put as much material as I can so I could be able to get my name out. And that's how they know that I'm out here now.
Órale.
Yeah.
Está chingón ese pedo.
Yeah, man. So
La neta.
It's been difficult, especially, you know, coming out from being homeless and now, you know, back into my spot. But it's
coming together, man.
It's coming together again.
Fuck
you know, and nobody even knew. Nadie supo. And I wanted to keep it that way. I didn't want nobody to feel sorry for me. You know, it was, I feel like that process, I had to go through that because I learned a lot about myself. I learned about my weaknesses and my strengths. And it was a process that I felt like I had to go through.
Yeah, a lot of times they say, you got to hit rock bottom in order for you to, you know, realize a lot of shit, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I hear a lot of stories about artists that were homeless and then look at them now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, is
that's part of the process, I guess.
Yeah, man. I'm like, is that part of the process? So I ran with it. But like I said, I used that time that I was out there to write music. So that's why I have so much material because I already have it ready.
About how many songs do you have like that you know that are there but not ready to be put out?
I got about 20 songs that are already ready to be put out. But to put those mini videos out, it's gonna be it's gonna take a while because the editing and all that shit takes a long time. The filming, the one I did with Jose Perez, with Joe Perez photography or Jose Perez photography, that one we shot that one in 3 days. That's because we used 3 different locations. Damn. You know, so but it was worth it because it came out dope. You know, I was so happy that the way it came out. So, you know, shout out to the homeboy right there.
Fuck yeah. But Mr. Solano, I mean, if we could be a help, you know.
Yeah.
My schedule is sometimes very busy también, pero you know, if there's anything we can do, maybe you could be my next Psycho Uncensored music session, you know, in studio.
Man, let's do
recording.
It. Yeah,
fuck
man.
Yeah.
I'm down to rock it anytime, you know.
Simon.
I love to collab with different people from El Paso. And a lot of people, they got these egos, man. I call them Hollywood motherfuckers because they got a little bit of shit out and then that's it. So like and you can't even talk to them because they're the shit now. Yeah. Fuck all that, man. I'm humble. You could talk to me anytime.
Well, actually, cuando yo llegué a mis 100 subscribers, así me portaba yo. Like, I would even tell my wife, hey, Carmela, don't talk to me like that. I got 100 subscribers. Pero ya me hice más humble, yeah.
Simón.
Yeah.
No, you got to keep it humble. A huevo, because nobody likes a fucking douchebag.
Fuck no.
You know,
and help the one that's coming up. You know, también. I've got friends that are, hey, que el podcast, que le digo, dude, whenever you want, I'll help you set up. Es más, si quieres aquí grabamos. I mean, as long as you get your word out, I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not in it for the numbers. I'm not in it for the money, bro. I mean,
man.
I'm here to help.
That's what's it,
bro.
Okay, there's not a lot of people that are like that.
No.
You know, I've came across some real douchebag motherfuckers. And I always kept it the same, you know. A lot of people hear, oh, when you become famous, don't forget about me. Like the famous quote shit, that's not me, man.
No, yo sí les digo, don't forget about your city.
Yeah.
Like represent the city, you know, like fuck, eso nomás. Like I don't look into maybe a shout out. Yo sí te voy a pedir un shout out, cuando maybe in one of your songs or algo, you know, just a shout out. No money, no. Maybe a model or algo, you know, de las que salen en tu video.
Simón, no, ni pedo. We could arrange that.
Pues, Mr. Solano Grip, watch aquí in Psycho Uncensored, we like to give our guest a little something.
Yeah, man.
So it's a little something. Maybe you could wear on your next music video or algo, you know.
No doubt, man. Definitely will. That's one thing that I've always done is people who ever help me out, I always shout them out one way or another. Always, you know.
So y también aquí hacemos un little shot.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna definitely rock. This is gonna be one for the closet, for sure. So I really appreciate this, man.
It's got the got the front y lo atrás tiene un.
Oh, it got the big one. Oh shit. Okay. Oh yeah, dog. That's dope. Yeah, this is how we gonna do it right here.
Yes, before we do our shot.
Yeah, man.
Just one last advice, you know, for maybe those young kids that are coming up, you know, thinking about getting into the music industry, or just a general advice to the young kids, man. ¿Qué puedes decirnos?
You know, one thing that I will say is that believe in yourself, because when you're gonna start off being an artist, people are not gonna really, they're not really gonna care, you know. They're not really gonna support. You're gonna see a lot of that. Once you start believing in yourself, then the rest are gonna believe in you, because they're gonna see it that you're really passionate about that. So keep pushing forward, regardless of whatever. Keep pushing forward, no matter what, at all costs. Do not stay behind, because if you stop, you're gonna get left behind. And then you're gonna be like, "Fuck, I should have did that shit." So keep pushing forward.
And don't expect things overnight.
Oh, definitely not, man.
It takes a lot of hours,
It takes a lot of hours to put music out, to write it. If you're a freestyler,
y que no se agüiten, you know, just because you hit a little bit of bottom, hey, keep on believing in yourself, you know?
Exactly.
You know, ahí está Solano Grip, you know, homeless y todo, y watchalo ahora, you know, he's doing better, todo el pedo, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, don't let those little obstacles put you down, man.
Exactly.
Yes, once again, the social media where people can follow you.
No doubt. You can find me on Facebook, Solano Grip. IG, Solano Grip, YouTube, Solano Grip, SoundCloud. On SoundCloud, there's a lot more music that people haven't even heard. There's more music on there, so hit it up too. It's Solano Grip. Everything on my social, Solano Grip. So you can find me. It's easy. You'll find me there.
Órale. Pues Mr. Solano Grip.
Yeah.
The best, man.
I appreciate
that.
Y
aquí tiene su casa, cana.
Gracias, cana. Oh, man. And I want to take this time to thank you, Psycho, man. I appreciate you, cana, for having me out here. It was an honor being out here. Like I told the Vato before, man, I watched every show you've had. So it was dope to be here, man.
It was an honor to have you. It took us a little bit of time, pero
we made it happen.
We made it happen.
No doubt, man.
All right. See y'all later. Don't forget to subscribe. Like the fucking video. Subscribe to the channel. I need
share.
Do all that bullshit. All right.
That's right.
Peace.
Solano Grip. Peace.
My city going harder than I ever been. I wanna take you to the days I was a kid again. When the music stops, that means we at the end. Time will tell. My only option is I gotta live. My only option is I gotta live. My only option.